Making new memories. My name is Vander Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. So I'm sitting here, it's already 11:30 Polish time, way past, or shall I say 1 minute past the time that I actually publish these episodes. So this is definitely going to be a little bit late for my friends who listen on the mark. So had a great day today, spent some time in Brodnica wrapping things up there, and took Marta and Francie out for some ice cream in the little village there. One of our favorite places to actually go and hang out and just spend some time together as a family. And that was definitely fun. I rode out there with the motorcycle, and Francie was sitting in the back of the car watching Dad. And then also I distinctly remember at one of the traffic lights, I got to actually maneuver the motorcycle next to the car where Marta's driving, and I could knock on the window and gesture to my little son there, and like the happiness on his face and just the laughter and just like the innocent little fun we were having was really a great memory for me. So yeah, I appreciate these times. I really selfishly love spending time with Marta and Francie when we get to hang out a little bit like a little family unit. Those are definitely for me the most specialist of times. And so Francie is staying another week in the countryside. This time they doing auntie tag team. So Grandma's coming back to Warsaw, and Henia, who is Francie's favorite aunt, is actually going to the countryside also to get a little bit of a break from everything herself. But as a gift to my wife, she said, this is actually a commitment she made earlier this year, or I think it was last year, that she's going to take Francie for a week. And so he'll be spending a little bit more time there. But between you and me, I'm actually a bit disappointed. I wanted him to come home. Just having this day and a bit to hang out with him and just have a little fun and play with these little toys, and just having this ability to actually have a small conversation with him now is really like special time. So any time that he's spending away from me, I feel a bit jealous. But I also know that when he's here, adulthood kicks in and we need to work and we need to focus on things. And I know that then we don't always give him the attention that he deserves. So it's rather better for him to hang out with friends and get sunlight and just have fun. So, but I'll see him soon enough. I know if this week is anything like last week, by the time I rub the sleep out of my eyes, I'll be making an update, committing to the fact that I'm probably going to go out there and see him again, or go fetch him at least. Yes, so what is the note for today after this long-winded update? So got back to Warsaw quite early today, actually, just after midday. But I think because I'm not riding that often anymore, and also it was a little bit windy out there, I really need to ride my motorcycle more. I was quite fatigued, so wrapped things up here at home, did some washing like a good husband, and Marta's still in the countryside. She's only coming tomorrow. It's a benefit of working remotely, I guess. And I sat on the couch and I fell asleep. And only a couple of hours ago, woke up, started wrapping things up again, cleaning up a little bit more. And as I was doing this, I was watching a tribute show to one of my favorite comedians. And this is, I know a little bit about his history, and I know that sometimes his comedy is also a little bit controversial for some folks. The comedian I'm referring to is, his name is Dave Chappelle. Now, one of the reasons I personally love watching Dave Chappelle, and trust me, he says a lot of controversial things. Some of it really hits home. I think he's got a few good points to make as well. But one of the big reasons I like him is that I think that he is definitely an artist. You might not always agree with what he says or how he applies his trade, but when you look at or kind of deep dive the way that he writes his shows and how he does his work, man, the guy's a genius in my books. Of course, he's got people helping him. But anyway, stop singing his praises, Vanner. I have a distinct memory also. A good friend of mine who lives in Paris. In fact, he was on Finding Frequency, leaving one of his voice notes. Someone from Paris. He organized us some tickets, so I got to see Dave Chappelle in a very intimate show in Paris, where he was actually prototyping and practicing some of his new material that he was going to do in a special. And I remember distinctly him doing a show and then going completely off script. And probably 80% of the show was just improvised, him talking, like he would say, talking shit to us and just having a great evening. And I will never forget that evening. And the funny thing is also is that he's quite well known. He might have been one of the first comedians doing this, is that they actually lock up your cell phone. So during the course of this evening, you couldn't take any photos. You've got your phone with you, but it's like in this little locked up bag. And that didn't bother me too much. But you have this feeling that, hey, I need to document this. I need to take a photo. I need to put something on social media. And you know what? Many of the things that I've put on social media has not left a mark as this memory, that evening spent with Dave Chappelle. So memories doesn't need to be, or memories do not, let me get my tenses right here, do not have to be captured on a cell phone or posted to some social media platform. So, and that brings me to my point that I wanted to make or share in this very brief or not so brief episode, is that during the course of the special that I watched tonight, and it wasn't really a comedy special, they were giving him an award. I think it's the Mark Twain Prize for comedy writing or comedy. There was this theme that came up throughout when friends spoke about him or made jokes or referred to experiences with him, and it wasn't actually something that was made a big deal of in the course of the special, but he would do some crazy stuff. And I think he also remarked at some point is that sometimes he would do crazy stuff so that friends can walk around and comment on the fact that he did some crazy stuff. So he was doing things to leave memories with people. And in fact, he, I think, commented on the end is that what is important is that you go out of your way to create memories for yourself, and even better, go out there and create memories for other people. And I think that is a great message in itself. Sometimes, and I'm super guilty of that, is that a day will go by. And trust me, I know that for a fact because I have to sit here and I have to do an episode a day. And then I realize that what I've actually done is I've just sat here in front of my laptop doing work. Now, the work itself has its ups and downs, of course, leaves things with me too. But I have not really created a memory. And it's tough to create a memory every day, but I think if you go out there and you have this intention of creating memories for yourself, and it might sound selfish, but when you start doing things for yourself, you're going to naturally start doing it or wanting to do it for other people too. So that's something that I wanted to think about. So just coming full circle back again, of course, I was really tempted to just head home today. But I think, and I'm actually super grateful for the little extraordinary moment that I could have spent with my wife and my little son at the ice cream parlor today. Yes, there's pandemics and there's all kinds of nasty things out there, but we could slow down for just that one little moment, sit next to each other and just enjoy that moment. And for me, that is a memory. And I think we need to be more attentive to creating those memories. And I know that my wife and my mom, my family, they like doing that. So I need to pick up on that tradition. So think about it. Let's do a challenge this week. Let's see if we can create at least one memory for someone we love or for ourselves. It's an interesting challenge, I think. I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening.